Hello, my name is Assem Marei, and this is my presentation on managing compensation as a Walmart manager. First, I would like to personally welcome you to Walmart team. We are very excited to have you as a part of our family at Walmart. We pride ourselves on hiring very diverse people. Expect that you will be managing many different people in your position. Specifically, you will be managing many college-aged kids who are working part-time as they attend the local university. Understand that difficult conversation will most likely commonly arise. This presentation will help you understand how to manage these conversations appropriately. The main point throughout this presentation will be to manage these conversations head on instead of avoiding them. Today I'll discuss some common difficult conversations you might have. Then I'll talk about three conversations you'll have every time during a difficult conversation. Then I'll discuss things to be mindful of during difficult conversation. Last, I will tell you some good action exercises to help you improve on managing difficult conversations. Here's a list of common difficult conversation managers must be aware of. They include workers coming in late, workers calling in sick, workers slacking off during work, for example, missing deadline, and gossip or drama at workplace. Of course, this list doesn't include everything, but it helps outline some common issues we have faced in the past. Next, I'll talk about three conversations you have every time a difficult conversation happens. First is the what happened conversation. Next is the feelings conversation. Last is the identity conversation. The what happened conversation is the conversation that attempts to determine what exactly happened that led to the difficult conversation. This conversation asks the questions: who's right? What was meant by what said? Who's to blame? And what should have been done? It is very important that all the facts are laid out on the table during the what happened conversation. This way you can start identify how to solve the problem. Next is the feeling conversation. Whenever you have a difficult conversations, feeling will play a factor. Every difficult conversation asks and answers questions about feelings. These questions include: are my feelings valid or appropriate? Should I acknowledge my feelings or keep them in? What is the other person feeling? How do I deal with their feelings? While these feelings aren't always directly addressed, it's important to understand they always leak in, and it's even more important to understand how to deal with it. Last is the identity conversation. This is the conversation we have with ourselves about what the situation means to us personally. The questions asked during this conversation are largely internal, such as: what impact will this conversation have on our self-esteem, future, and well-being? Because difficult conversation can be stressful, they can take a toll on you. It's important to identify how they affect what you want to be successful with. Understanding these three conversations is extremely important. Each difficult conversation includes each one of these sub-conversations. Learning to operate effectively in each conversation is critical in executing a successful difficult conversation. Being aware of each conversation will help you think critically and be more successful in managing difficult conversations. Next, I will go over some things to be mindful of while having difficult conversation. The first key is to always be clear. Don't be afraid to address the issue at hand. Make sure they know exactly what you're talking about. Tell them the impact the issue is having at the workplace, whether it's an employee being late or talking bad about another employee or whatever else. The issue is, make sure they understand why you felt the need to bring up the issue, and be sure to focus solely on the issue at hand and do your best to explain it in a short amount of time. Don't get off track and start talking about other things that aren't important.